Welcome back to Rarest Coins. Today, we're diving into an exciting topic in the world of coin collecting, the 1982D Lincoln penny. While this might sound like just another penny from the early 80s, there's actually a lot more to it that could make it worth a significant amount of money. So, let's break down why the 1982D Lincoln penny could be worth a lot more than you might think. The 1982D Lincoln penny is an interesting coin for collectors due to a few key factors. To start, 1982 was a pivotal year for the Lincoln penny because it marked the transition from the old bronze composition to a new zinc composition. But that's just the beginning of what makes this year a special. Rarest coins. In 1982, the U.S. Mint changed the composition of the Lincoln penny from 95% copper to 97.5% zinc with the copper plating. This change created two major types of pennies for that year, the copper version and the zinc version. The 1982D Lincoln penny is particularly intriguing because it was produced in both compositions. The two main types you'll encounter are: weighs about 3.11 grams, and is made of 95% copper, weighs about 2.5 grams, and is made of 97.5% zinc with the copper coating. Now, the key to finding a valuable 1982D penny is identifying whether it's the copper version or the zinc version. The copper pennies are rarer because the mint switched to the zinc composition mid-year. This makes the copper versions particularly valuable to collectors. Here's how you can identify which type of penny you have. The copper version will weigh about 3.11 grams, while the zinc version is lighter at around 2.5. Rarest coins. The copper penny has a distinctive higher-pitched sound when dropped compared to the zinc penny. Appearance: the copper penny has a more reddish hue, while the zinc penny is more dull and grayish. A digital scale is a handy tool to determine the weight of your penny and identify which type you have. If you find a 1982D copper penny, you might have a valuable coin on your hands. The value of a 1982D copper penny can vary widely based on its condition and rarity. In general, well-preserved copper pennies can be worth hundreds of dollars or more. A certified coin in excellent condition could fetch even higher prices. If you suspect you have a 1982D copper penny, getting it professionally graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC is a smart move. These services can confirm its authenticity and condition, which can greatly influence its market value. $1 million. Rarest coins. Here are some tips for collectors dealing with the 1982D Lincoln penny. Use a scale and check the sound to identify the type. Avoid touching the coin with your bare hands to prevent damage. Professional grading can provide an accurate value and ensure authenticity. So, there you have it, a deep dive into the 1982D Lincoln penny and why it could be worth more than you might expect. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and how to spot valuable finds, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for updates on our latest content. Thanks for watching, Rarest Coins. We appreciate your support and look forward to bringing you more exciting coin collecting content. Happy hunting, and see you next time. Welcome back to Rarest Coins. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting, specifically focusing on one intriguing piece of history, the 1980 Lincoln penny. Now, you might think a penny is just a penny, but trust me, this one has some surprising value that could make any collector's heart race. So, let's jump right in. Rarest coins. The Lincoln penny, a staple in American coinage since 1909, has seen many variations over the decades. However, the 1980 penny is particularly interesting because of a few unique factors that set it apart from its counterparts. The 1980 Lincoln penny was minted during a period when coin production was relatively standard, but that doesn't mean there aren't some special variations worth noting. Let's break down what makes this penny stand out. First, it's important to understand that the 1980 penny comes in different varieties. The two main types you'll encounter are the 1980 Philadelphia Mint penny and the 1980 Denver Mint penny. The main difference between these is the mint markup P for Philadelphia and D for Denver. While both of these varieties are generally not rare, There's one specific version that collectors look out for, the 1980 Lincoln penny with an error. This error is known as the 1980 double die obverse. What does that mean exactly? Rarest coins. The double die obverse error occurs when the coin was struck with a die misaligned during the minting process, resulting in a noticeable doubling of the design elements on the front of the penny, particularly on Lincoln's portrait and the date. Finding a 1980 Lincoln penny with this double die error can significantly increase its value. Collectors who are keen on errors might be willing to pay a premium for these unique pieces, depending on the condition and the severity of the doubling. These pennies can be worth anywhere from a few hundred to over $1,000. If you come across a 1980 Lincoln penny, here's how you can determine if it might be one of those rare finds. Look closely at Lincoln's portrait and the year on the obverse side. You should see a noticeable doubling in these areas if it's the double die error. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a better view of these details. Additionally, it's always a good idea to have your coins professionally graded and authenticated by reputable service if you suspect you have a rare variety. Rarest coins. Certified coins not only help validate their authenticity but can also significantly increase their market value. For those who are new to coin collecting or looking to start, paying attention to these details can make a huge difference. Here are a few tips if you're starting out in coin collecting. Learn as much as you can about the different types and errors. Use gloves to avoid getting oils and dirt on them. A magnifying glass and a proper storage system are essential. When in doubt, reach out to professional graders or experienced collectors. So there you have a detailed look at the 1980 Lincoln penny and what makes some of them truly valuable. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content on rare coins and collectibles, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for updates on our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. See you next time on. Welcome back to Rarest Coins. Today, we're diving into an interesting topic for coin collectors, the 1997 Lincoln penny. This coin might seem like just another piece of everyday change, but there's more to it than meets the eye. So, let's get into what makes the 1997 Lincoln penny special and why it could be worth a lot of money. The Lincoln penny, a fixture of American currency since 1909, has seen many changes and variations, but today, our focus is on the 1997 penny, which was minted at the Denver Mint. Rarest coins. At first glance, the 1997 Lincoln penny may seem like a typical issue from the late 20th century. However, there's a specific detail that collectors are keen on, and it's all about a rare variety and potential errors. The 1997 penny can be found in two major varieties, the standard issue and the more intriguing error versions. The most sought after of these errors is the 1997 double die obverse. But what does that mean? Rarest coins. The double die obverse error occurs when the die used to strike the coins is misaligned or improperly executed, leading to a noticeable doubling effect on the design elements. For the 1997 penny, this means you'll see doubled features on Abraham Lincoln's portrait and the date. To identify this error, closely examine Lincoln's portrait and the year 1997. If you see any doubling in these areas, you might have a valuable coin on your hands. This type of error is relatively rare, which makes the 1997 double die obverse particularly desirable to collectors. So, how much is a 1997 double die obverse worth? Well, prices can vary depending on the coin's condition and the extent of the doubling. In general, these error coins can fetch anywhere from a few hundred to over $1,000, especially if they're in high grade. To get an accurate valuation, it's always a good idea to have your coin professionally graded and authenticated. A certification from a reputable grading service can significantly impact its market value and give you confidence in its authenticity. Rarest coins. Here are a few tips for grading and authenticating your coin. Submit your coin to grading companies like PCGS or NGC for expert evaluation. Ensure that the doubling is clear and distinct. Handle it carefully and store it in a protective holder. If you're new to coin collecting or just looking to add to your collection, finding a 1997D Lincoln penny with a double die obverse is an exciting opportunity. Remember, not all 1997D pennies will have this error, so careful inspection and professional evaluation are key. Thanks for tuning into Rarest Coins. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates on rare coins and collectibles. Have a great day, and happy collecting. Welcome back to Rarest Coins. Today, we're exploring a fascinating topic, the 2008 Lincoln penny. You might think that a penny from the early 2000s isn't worth much, but you'd be surprised. This particular year has some intriguing variations and errors that can make certain 2008 Lincoln pennies quite valuable. Let's dig into what makes the 2008 Lincoln penny special and why it might be worth a lot of money. The 2008 Lincoln penny is noteworthy for a few reasons. It was part of the Lincoln Bicentennial series, commemorating the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This series included 4 different reverse designs, celebrating different aspects of Lincoln's life. The 4 reverse designs for the 2008 penny are: featuring the log cabin where Lincoln was born, showing Lincoln with a stack of books, reflecting his self-education, depicting Lincoln at his law office in Springfield, Illinois, illustrating Lincoln delivering the Gettysburg Address. While these designs are interesting, they're not the only reason a 2008 penny might be worth a lot. There are some specific varieties and errors from that year that collectors are on the lookout for. Let's break down the key varieties and errors that could make a 2008 Lincoln penny valuable. This error occurs when a foreign object gets caught between the coin and the die, causing a distinct mark or a strike-through on the penny. Finding one of these can be quite exciting for collectors. This is one of the more sought-after errors. It happens when the die used to strike the coins has been misaligned, causing doubling of Lincoln's portrait or the date on the obverse side. These can be worth hundreds of dollars if they're in good rarest coins. These are not errors, but special varieties. The 2008 pennies were minted with a satin finish for collectors, and they were not intended for general circulation. These satin finish pennies can be worth more than the regular counterparts, especially if they're well preserved. To identify these rare pennies, you'll need to examine the details closely. Here's how you can spot each type. Look for unusual marks or imperfections on the surface of the coin. These can often appear as smudges or impressions not part of the original design. Use a magnifying glass to inspect Lincoln's portrait and the date. If you see a noticeable doubling or distortion, you might have a double die error. These have a smooth, matte finish rather than the usual shiny, reflective surface. They should be relatively free of circulation wear. A magnifying glass or a loupe is essential for closely inspecting these details. For any errors or special varieties you find, professional grading can provide you with a certification that confirms the authenticity and condition, which can greatly influence its value. $2 million rarest coins. The value of a 2008 Lincoln penny can vary widely. These can range from a few dozen to a few $100, depending on the severity and visibility of the error. These are highly collectible and can fetch hundreds of dollars or more, particularly if graded in high condition. Satin finish pennies. These generally have a premium over regular circulation pennies and can range from $10 to $50 or more, especially if well preserved. Rarest coins. If you suspect you have a valuable 2008 Lincoln penny, getting it professionally graded is a wise step. Grading services like PCGS or NGC can provide an official assessment and help you determine the coin's true market value. $2 million rarest coins. Here are some tips to keep in mind when dealing with valuable pennies. Use tools like magnifying glasses and digital scales to verify the coin's details. Avoid touching the coin. Welcome back to Rarest Coins. Today, we're diving into the intriguing world of coin collecting with a focus on the 1978 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it might seem like just another penny, but there are some rare and valuable varieties from this year that could make any collector's day. So, let's uncover what makes the 1978 Lincoln penny special and why it might be worth a lot more than you'd expect. The 1978 Lincoln penny is part of the ongoing series that began in 1909. While it's a fairly standard issue in many respects, it has some unique aspects that are of interest to collectors. Let's take a closer look. Rarest coins. First, let's break down the basic details. The 1978 penny was minted at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and the primary design features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, which was standard for pennies minted during this period. The two main varieties of the 1978 penny are: these pennies do not have a mint mark. These pennies have a D-mint mark just below the date. Rarest coins. While both the 1978p and 1978d are common, there are a few specific issues and errors from this year that can be quite valuable to collectors. Let's explore some of the notable varieties and errors you might find in the 1978 Lincoln penny. This is one of the most sought-after varieties among collectors. In this error, the AM in America on the reverse is noticeably wide apart. This error is due to a misalignment during the die creation process, which causes the spacing to be wider than on normal coins. This error occurs when the coin is struck with the die that has been misaligned, causing doubling on Lincoln's portrait and the date. This type of error is rare and can be worth a significant amount to collectors who specialize in error coins. Some pennies from this year may exhibit errors related to the copper plating process. These errors can include uneven or missing plating, which can make the coin more interesting to collectors. To identify these errors, you'll need to inspect the details closely. Here's how you can spot them. Rarest coins. Look closely at the reverse side of the coin. If you notice that the AM in America is spaced wider than usual, you might have found a valuable error. Use a magnifying glass to examine Lincoln's portrait and the date on the obverse side. Any noticeable doubling can indicate this error. Inspect the surface of the penny for any anomalies in the copper coating, such as uneven areas or missing plating. Finding these errors requires careful examination, but they can be quite rewarding if you come across a rare variety. If you find a 1978 penny with any of these errors, getting it professionally graded is a good idea. This will confirm its authenticity and provide an accurate assessment of its value. $1 million rarest coins. The value of a 1978 Lincoln penny can vary significantly based on the type of error and its condition. These can be worth from $50 to several $100s, depending on the quality and demand among collectors. Double die obverse. This error is quite rare and can fetch anywhere from a few hundred to over $1,000. These can also vary in value, often ranging from $10 to $100 or more, depending on the severity and visibility of the error. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can help authenticate and assess the value of your 1978 Lincoln penny. A certification not only verifies the coin's rarity but also significantly impacts its market value. $1 million rarest coins. Here are some tips to keep in mind when dealing with rare pennies. Use tools like magnifying glasses and digital scales to inspect your coins. Avoid touching the coin directly and use protective holders to preserve its condition. For rare varieties or errors, professional